What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. So let's start this video with Keone Pearson and his latest update, which is about 5 weeks out of this year's Miss Olympia. So the first words that will come out of your mind after watching him hit that front double biceps, they are goddamn. How does this guy opens up so damn wide? Easily one of the best bodybuilding genetics in the last 2 decades or so. So who is the best bodybuilder IG page? They made this comparison of Sean Ray and Keone Pearson. That who would have won if both these guys competed against each other in the same era and at their primes. Now Sean Ray is a legend of the sport, and he's one of those guys who had literally no weaknesses whatsoever. And even the people who dislike him for whatever reason, they totally agree with that. But the illusion that Keone is able to create on the stage with those huge thick lats that taper down waistline, even Sean was unable to do that. So Keone weighs close to 200 pounds on the stage. But I bet he is gonna make guys in the open class look narrow if he gets a chance to stand next to them. So his front shorts were already near perfect last year when he won his first ever Miss Olympia title. But he just took things to a whole different level this time. And with him working the entire year on his back, on his hamstrings and glutes, he is gonna be number 1 in all the predictions for this year's Miss Olympia 212 title. So the way Keone is looking right now, this is just the start of his new chapter, where we're gonna see another dominant champion like Flex Lois, who reigned for 7 years in the 212. Next up is the update of Samson Dauda, less than 5 weeks out of this year's Miss Olympia. So Samson is making sure that he leaves everything in the gym, all the energy, all the effort, maintaining his strength in this phase of the prep. That is his biggest priority at the moment. So this Olympia package of Samson, that is gonna be different simply because Samson has a different coach. And even his former coach Milo Source have said that Samson is gonna be better than all his previous looks. And he believes that he is gonna place his career's best second at this year's Miss Olympia. So many people, including Milos, they believe Samson is gonna be Derek Lunsford this year, but not Hadi Choopan. So we will see how this goes. So Samson is doing no shows in the post-Olympia tour, unlike last year when he did Romania and Prague. And with the Arnold Classic bumping up the prize money to $500,000 for next year, I am pretty sure that he will be doing next year's Arnold as well, and he will definitely be in the mix for his second Arnold Classic title. So all the updates of Samson this year, they have pointed out one thing, that he is gonna close that conditioning gap between him and Hadi, and his back also is gonna level up, and it is definitely gonna be better than last time. So will that be enough to move up 1 or maybe 2 spots at this year's Miss Olympia? Because we have to keep in mind, he is entering this year's Miss Olympia as the 3rd best bodybuilder in the world. So do let me know what you guys think. How high do you guys think Samson is gonna place this year? Next up, we have an update from the reigning Miss Olympia champion, Derek Lunsford. So can you guys believe? Some people have Derek coming in 4th in the first Olympia, where he's entering as the defending champion. So considering that he had an entire year to make all the improvements necessary, he literally had more time than anyone in that first Olympia callout to make sure he brings up his weak points, because all the other athletes, they competed at least once during the year, while Derek on the other hand was just focused on one show, the Olympia. So I'm really wondering, how can people think that a reigning Miss Olympia is gonna go from 1st to 4th when he is just entering the prime of his career? That really makes no sense to me at all. So there is only one thing in Derek's mind as he is going through those brutal workouts in this final phase of his prep to hit that line on the Olympia stage. 2 times Miss Olympia in October and nothing else. So I believe there is a different level of conditioning that Derek is gonna bring this year at the Olympia stage. His quads are looking absolutely massive and huge, and they are really cut as well. So the men's open bodybuilding prejudging, that is precisely 34 days away from now. And that, I believe, is plenty of time to get even more shredded, even more peeled. So in my opinion, people are wildly underestimating Derek Lunsford and how good this guy really is. He gave the shockwaves to the entire bodybuilding world back in 2022 when he did his first ever Miss Olympia in the men's open. And this physique right now, that is under construction for the past 2 years, that is just gonna blow his past physique out of the water. So got to give a shout out to AJ Kelly for reporting on this one, as well as the Beautiful Muscle podcast. So the one person that is gonna be the happiest to hear this news, that is gonna be Fuad Ubat, Because Carlos Thomas Jr., one of the greatest young men's open bodybuilding talent that we saw in the last 2 years or so, he just announced that he is going to be doing Detroit Pro next year.
Aiming for the first show of the year for the Arnold, which would be the Detroit Pro, and go from there.
Sick. Is that an exclusive about the Detroit Pro? Have you put that out there yet, or is that?
No, I haven't put it out there yet, man.
So we've
I
got
have not put it out there.
So Carlos was supposed to compete at this year's Arnold Brazil, hoping to get his first pro win, and also the Olympia qualification for this year. But unfortunately, because of a death in his family, he had to drop out of that show just when he was like 6 weeks out. And then he decided not to compete at all in 2024. And that was really disappointing. Because the thing is, it has been a while since Carlos won his IFBB Pro Cut. So he won it precisely at the end of 2021. And so far he has done only one pro show. And that was Texas Pro back in 2023. They got a chance to stand next to Andrew Jack and Hunter Labrada, and he placed third. So Carlos hasn't been able to nail his conditioning, despite the fact that he has one of the most unique proportions in the current bodybuilding right now. His quads from the front, they are just out of this world. They are so damn humongous. Plus his hamstring drop from the side, that is so unbelievably good. But as we see with the most bodybuilders of this generation, they have one weakness, their back. That is the same weakness for Carlos as well. But still, it is logical to think that he must have made some improvements in his back, especially since Texas Pro last year. So the pictures that were released by Carlos's coach when he was just a few weeks out of this year's Arnold Brazil, they were so damn good. They were just mind-blowing. So cannot wait to see him get back on the stage, and hopefully he will be another big name in the men's open Olympia lineup next year. So is Rubiel Mosquera aka Nexilla doing UK Pro in a week's time? That has become such a big mystery in the bodybuilding world, because the thing is, he neither confirms nor denies any of these rumors. So if this physique update that was posted on a story just a few hours ago, if that is in fact a recent one, then I really doubt that he is doing UK Pro. There is only so much points Rubiel can get based on the size and the free factor alone, because at the end of the day, conditioning is one of the top criteria to win a show, especially a show where we have guys like Louis Breed and Vlad who are bringing that next level of conditioning. So Prague Pro, which is the sponsor of Rubiel, we are most probably gonna see him compete at that show, which is gonna be happening in that post-Olympia tour. And that is gonna be in November. So that is the same show where Rubiel made his IFBB Pro debut last year, and he became such a big bodybuilding star. So none of the top guys, they are gonna be competing in Prague. Michael Krizo is also out, as he is in the recovery phase because of his shoulder surgery. So that is a great combination for Rubiel to grab his Olympia qualification as early as he possibly can for 2025. So Francisco Espen was the one who was coaching Rubiel for his pro debut, and his conditioning at that show, that was a lot better than what we saw at Dubai Pro this year. So I am really glad that he is back with his old coach. So what do you guys think? Is there a chance that Rubiel's name is gonna be on the UK Pro competitors list? So hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video, and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.